All right, y'all, we back again for another episode of First Class or No Class podcast, man. I'm here with my guy Cam, man. What's going
What's
on,
going
bro?
on, man? I'm
What's
doing all
happening?
right.
Hey,
I'm
look, man.
chilling,
So
bro.
look, this is first off. I gotta let y'all know, I met my guy out in Atlanta, man. Y'all know I'm a 757 boy. Y'all know how I preach about moving around and getting around the city and figuring out what's going on here. And I found another one, bro. A whole jewel right here from the crib, y'all. So I just want to go ahead and give Miss Flowers real quick. I'm gonna let you go ahead and start off and tell the
appreciate
world
that.
who don't know you
Got
who
you.
you are. You know what I'm saying?
So my name is Cam Cameron. I go by the name of Cam K. I am a credit specialist and funding guru of the 757. I pretty much started off, man, as a regular human being in the streets, man, always wanted to hustle and make money. And of course, in this area, in the 757, man, the streets take you into, messing around with marijuana and cocaine and stuff like that. So I thought that was a lifestyle for a while. Um, and then eventually, man, of trial and error with the streets and going in and out of jail and penitentiary, man, I decided that that wasn't the life for me, right? I took time to learn the inner me and know that I was just a hustler, right? I was a hustler. I was smart. I was educated. But of course, they don't teach us financial literacy and they don't teach us business. So once I was educated, just like a little bit on business, and I seen the money that I made a decision that I was going to leave the streets alone. So I definitely just went forward fast, man, on go mode, on education, like just getting all the education I could about business, financial literacy, and credit, and being funded for credit. And then the next thing I know, I woke up and I'm a 7-figure earner.
Oh man. So let me ask you this, man. So when you first started, because everybody, there's business is a broad word, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody has their different concept or perspective of business, right?
Right.
What did you think business was before you first started? And then what did it turn out to be for you once you actually accomplished some things? Like, what did you see business before? And then what did it turn into? Or what's the real version of business in your mind?
So in the beginning, I was a consumer, right? And that's what the business owners look at human beings as a consumer, meaning that you're just someone that has cash, that doesn't have education, and you come into their store and make purchases at an upsell price.
Right.
So they're able to buy it again and also put a profit in their pocket, right?
Okay.
So that was my first vision. We go into Foot Locker and buy shoes. They may pay $80 for it. They sell it to us 120. We didn't know, right? So we was just being vulnerable because we were uneducated. But then when I got into business, what I understood was the opposite of what I just shared. If you purchase items, no matter what the item is, or if you have a service that people need and you're able to meet the supply for the demand, then you can upsell and make profit. And after making continuous profit, you come into a different line of wealth, right?
Okay.
And so to all of the people that want to start a business, I would say try it, right? Take the time and try it, because what you're seeing when you're walking in and your dreams are there, oh, this man here owns a store, or I could never own a store, or I could never own a business, right? You actually can be the one that owns the business. You just need the inspiration. You need to let that inner side of you that said, hey, I might can start this business, let it come out and develop.
Okay, so with that being said, I would say this, because now people, like you say, it's always a different perspective that you get from business on the outside looking in.
Mm-hmm.
What was because do you still, how can I say it? Was there any fear going into it before? because a lot of people have found themselves, how can I say this? People have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
It may or may not be a good idea,
Mm-hmm.
but enough fear will keep you from doing anything. Like, did you deal with fear at all? Do you still deal with fear at all?
In
Does
the
fear play a
beginning,
role?
I did deal with fear.
Okay.
The reason you're going to deal with fear is because it's just like anything you try for the first time, you're for sure of what the results are going to be, right? So when you're for sure of the results, that's what builds the fear, right?
Right.
In business, you have to become fearless. So like right now, I'm fearless. Okay. I believe in no is the next opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay.
You speak very confident.
Right. So it's like when I think of a business and can I accomplish it? Can I really run this business? As soon as I attempt to run the business and someone tells me no, I know that all I got to do is find the answer to make them say yes. And if they say yes, that means that I'm operating and functioning properly.
Right,
So now I actually have the business. Okay.
Right.
Now, on the outskirt of that, what I would recommend, make sure that you understand math, because I firmly believe in math being the controlment of all businesses, right?
The numbers.
You could do any kind of business that you want to do, but say for instance, you have a scientist, right? And then you have a janitor, right? You got some janitors that are making just as much as money or more than the scientists because the numbers are making sense.
Right.
Okay. So I believe in any business, as long as you understand math and can make it make numbers, it's profitable and it can be the best business. So that means that for everyone out watching right now, don't have any limitations to what you think can be a business.
Right.
Just do it. And as long as it's profitable, that's a business. Okay. Yep.
So in the beginning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you now. So everybody is flocking. You're gonna have
Right.
your support now. Do you feel like was there a lack of support in the beginning? Like when your ideas was first coming out, was people actually supportive of it? Did they know who you was as a person?
No
and
way.
like, so
Nah.
like,
Man, it was like, oh, he doing credit, he a scammer. It's no way that this guy right here that used to sell drugs know how to fix credit reports. He crazy, man. He think he can know this. Other man don't know nothing.
Oh,
He
man.
walking them people into the bank and they coming out with 10 or 20,000. Man, he got to be scamming. And the whole time, I had taken 13 months from a car accident where I was in ICU, and I just trained myself on federal law, federal case law, social security law,
That's tough.
and constitutional law, right? And when you combine all those together, that controls credit.
That's tough.
And people don't know that. And so the reason why I stand out the most, I think at this point in time, from all the other people that are using credit, they didn't strategize and build a blueprint of those combination of laws that I did.
Dang, dog.
So it just makes me so
Yep.
powerful. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. So at what moment did you go for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was your, I call it the, excuse my French, what was your oh shit moment? Like, what it's actually working? Like oh damn, like it's
my
working.
old shit.
Like,
Yeah.
this is lit.
My old shit moment, actually, I had like 3 of them, right? So I'm gonna share them with y'all.
All right.
My first old shit moment was I woke up in December of 2024, and I had made like $67,000 in my account. And I was like, I ran upstairs and I was like, yo, babe, I got $67,000 in my account from doing credit repair,
go.
right? And she was like, for real? I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, right? So that was like my first old shit moment. My second, that was the financial old shit. Let me get that straight. My second old shit would be the old shit when I put together my first credit repair letter after learning all of the laws. And I did it. They always tell you, like, try your family first. So I tried my sister, one of my best friends, and my aunt, right? I hadn't even tried mine yet, and my credit was messed up, right? And I got a phone call one day, and my sister was like, I got this big, thick letter that came from the credit bureaus in the mail. I seen it on my phone. It's coming today. And I was like, all right, I don't know why it's a big, thick letter, but just get it and call me. Right. And I was kind of scared for her to read it first. I wanted to read it first because I didn't know if I had did something wrong. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Yeah.
And man, I called her like 7 times following her home, right? Trying to get in the car with her to get home. So finally she made it to the house, bro. And I was like, man, open up the letter, sis. Video, FaceTime me, right? She opened up the letter and it was just like deleted, deleted, deleted,
Yeah.
deleted, 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 deleted.
That was the
And a
moment.
thick credit report. And I
That was
was
the
like,
moment.
I looked around and I was like, yo,
I got something.
I got something. You know what I'm saying? So I automatically, because I had done all of them like at the same time and mailed them off, I called my best friend and I was like, yo, where you at? And she was like, I'm at the house. I was like, go check the mail. And she went out and checked the mail and she had a thick letter in there too, right? And I was like, open it up right quick. Let me see what it say. And open it up. And it was
Sent
like,
off.
deleted,
Let's
deleted,
go.
deleted, deleted, deleted. So I knew right then, bro, I was
Got
like,
something.
boy, it's on.
I
And
got
I
something.
actually like, that was the beginning, right? I'm on like 10 times the steroids now. Like those were like the beginner laws. And they actually still work too. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
still
for
give
sure.
them to my
Yeah,
mentees.
for sure.
But I'm like on steroids 10. Like I'm pro SC litigation right now. So I don't care what's on your credit report. If they refuse to remove it in the first 90 days, we take it on the court, we suing them, they suppressing your credit report clear, and we walking away with a bag.
Man, that's all right, bro. See, that's the confidence that you think like when you would that I think it takes time to gain being a businessman. Like you try to find it in you in the beginning, but you know, I think the up and downs, the failures, the come up shorts, you know.
My main thing was making sure that I satisfied my client. And I'm
Right.
still like that to today. You know what I'm saying? Like even when we just came up, I was on the phone with a client, just diligently
Right.
talking to a client. Even though I made it to a 6-figure entrepreneur off of credit repair and funding, I'm still the same person.
Right.
Like the money didn't change me. So it's like, yo, I'm about to call Cam. And if you call me, if I ain't doing it, I'm answering my phone.
No, for sure.
Even if you irritating, I'm gonna still sit there and talk to you and, just be like, look, man, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So just be patient,
For sure. No, see
or,
that work.
you know,
And that's why I think like, being around people like you, man, has honestly been a benefit to my life over the last year or two. You know what I'm
wow.
saying? Getting around people that speak confidently, speak real
Mhm.
highly of themselves and their business
Yeah,
because it
yeah.
showed me what I'm supposed to be doing as well.
Right.
Like
Right.
do you value connections any like is the opportunity just as important to you as the connection?
Meaning, relationship with other
Right.
people. Absolutely. Absolutely. Without relationship, it's going to be hard to expand, and expansion equals opportunity.
Right.
Right. So, definitely I would say meet as many people as possible. Right. Meet as many people as possible because you never know who you're going to meet and how they're really feeling that day. And they may just say, hey man, here's something that's going to change your life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Today alone, I changed 7 people's lives today. 7 of my clients' credit reports went clear,
That's dope.
and they are
That's dope.
actually fundable. They can go out and
Go
actually get
get that
approved
bag.
for different
Yes.
things. Cam Cameron on Facebook, KAMKAMERON. You can check my
Yes.
Facebook right now. I post and tag my clients. Today, I changed 7 lives
And
today. So
we're gonna make sure that we get your name and everything posted on there
correct.
so that the world know exactly who you are, man. So they can come and mess with you, dog. And my biggest thing about connections and expanding is the jewels, right? And just finding out the little thing that you can hold on to, because it's not always gonna be the opportunity itself. Like far as like somebody being able to just put money in your pocket,
Right,
but
right.
sometimes it's just what they say that you
Right.
can hold on to. What's the strongest thing you've heard from like us who you consider a mentor? What's the strongest thing you've heard or held on to since you started running a business?
That's a good one, man.
The one thing
That's
that
a
you
good
just
one.
boom like
Um, I would have to say put God first, believe in yourself, and never give up.
That's real. That's real. That's
Yep.
real. I try to tell everybody every day, man. The 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 lifestyle you want is there, bro. You just gotta chase it. The common goal, we all got it.
Mm-hmm.
But that thing that's inside of you, it's gotta be. You know what I'm
It got to
saying?
be there.
It's gotta be.
I would say that when you put God first, right, and you really love and trust in God, He accepts you as His child, right? And that means that whatever you go out and try to attempt, He's going to give you that push from the elderly, knowledgeable side, right?
Right.
So believe it or not, some things I learned and don't even know how I learned it. It was there. So I had to look at it as, God as my father and me being the son, he gave me the education. Like right now, I sub to, I also do real estate. I sub to a $1.4 million business and had no idea of what I was going to do with it. So I took ownership of a building, man, right? That's worth 1.4 million and did not know what I do with it. But if we leave and I take you there right now, I got a UPS store in development of it. I got 7 offices for commercial space for rental. I got a restaurant getting built on the bottom. I got a rental car business on the left-hand side, 85 parking lots, right? I even have a 2,000 square foot office with my own bathroom and shower in it, right? Everything is like totally brand new, getting renovated. And so I share that with you guys to say that I didn't even know what I was gonna do with it, man, but God led me in the direction to be able to monetize that building. Okay. And that's what business is all about, monetizing.
Hey man, I gotta sit here and say, man, the one thing that hasn't changed about you since I've come into contact with you and kind of noticed you and everything, man, is the spirit in which you speak and just how highly and how confident you are when you do talk. I think that's what's gonna take you far. You know what I'm
You you
saying?
you you have to I be myself, but you have to think the most of yourself
Yeah.
and what you're doing in order. Well, I'll say this for me.
Because I'm not saying it's not hard for you,
Mhm.
but I'm saying you walk it so
I
good, it
walk it, yeah.
sounds like
It's real. It's
it's a
easy,
cakewalk. You know what
right?
I'm saying? And it's,
Well, I tell you this, man. Like coming from where I come from, all the struggles that I've been in,
yeah,
this, waking up
yeah,
and being a millionaire, having revenue coming in at high rates on a daily and monthly basis, I had way worse of problems
yeah,
to worry about.
yeah.
So it's just like, okay, what we got to do for the day? What's next? Right? Man, my whole life has really changed. Like, bro, like, man, I mean, sometimes I have to change outfits 3 or 4 times a day, right?
No.
I have to be in 6 or 7 different cars.
Yeah, for sure.
I gotta be able to make sure that I can communicate on the right level in different areas, right? Because
Right.
I dim it down to certain levels to be able to communicate with certain people, right? So I'm a walking human funnel.
I think that's what I'm working on right now is that patience to be able to when I do speak with folks
Mm-hmm.
to be able to meet them where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes you got to remind yourself that if you weren't acclimated to something, you want somebody to bring it down to where you are so that you can understand. So sometimes I try to step back because it's not that they don't even want to spend with you; they don't understand what you.
I
You know what I'm
think
saying?
I think coming from the streets, and actually, being a drug dealer at the time in my past, it taught me how to deal with all types of attitudes and different levels of education, right? So I kind of read people a little bit, or I'll say this, because everybody ain't gonna know how to read people. I'll just say this: when you first meet a client or a customer, let them speak and introduce themselves first, and take the time to understand their words and their body language, and then you'll kind of know how to recuperate to their well-being. And as you listen to a person, you can tell from the words that they use of kind of where their education may lie. right?
Word.
Don't judge them. Just try to understand them,
No, for
right?
sure.
And then understand yourself and know that you just got to be like, whoo, because I had some clients, but I'm telling you, for real, man. They hit when they hit me with this. Hey Cam, I know I ain't trying to really be worrisome, but you know you being worrisome
I got a
because you
cousin
just
like that.
called me
I
this
got a
morning.
cousin like that. I'm telling you,
You
cuz when you
called me
see this,
yesterday morning and the morning before that too.
hey, what, man? Cuz when you see this, cause I know you gonna see this. I'm talking about you, dog. Hey, straight up, man. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
that's real. That's real. And I think people don't also understand the struggles that come
Mm-hmm.
along with business because they see the limelight,
Mm-hmm.
they see the success,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't always value the work. The days when you gotta sit there and talk to somebody for an hour that they may be in their 50s and it's not, or 60s and it's not hitting them the
You
same way
gotta
as it's
have
taking them.
God and you gotta have patience, man.
Yeah,
You got to, bro.
yeah,
If you don't got God and you don't got patience, business is not really probably for you.
that's real. That's real.
Because the way the world is set up now, especially if you want to scale your business and be a 6 or 7 figure entrepreneur or even an 8 figure entrepreneur, you're going to have to do one or two things, right? You're going to either come in contact with a lot of people and have to deal with it, or you're going to have to come in contact with a lot of employees and you got to
You gotta
deal with
deal
them.
with that. Yeah. So either way, you're gonna have to be patient. Either
Yeah,
way,
either way, you're going to have to, because you're going to have
because
some
it's gonna be
people.
problems either
Yeah,
way.
yes, yes.
That's
I
real,
mean, I
bro.
done had entrepreneurs in my lifetime of entrepreneurship. I done had entrepreneurs that have came to me to say, Cam, how do you do it, man? How did you just get through that phase right there, right? And I would sit down and try to explain that to them, right? The best way that I could so that I could help them get through their process, right? But as an entrepreneur, I didn't had times where my employees were in the van with me or in the pickup truck with me, especially when I was running pressure washing. And they hearing me do contracts and all of that stuff and then don't come back to work because they feel like he getting paid all that money right there for this one building we cleaning and he only paying us this and they would go, right? So once again, guess what? I woke up the next day without employees a couple times.
Now you gotta.
And you know what I did? I went out there and done them the job myself. What I would do is I would say, hey, I'll cut back on the cost if you can give me an extension on the days. So
Okay.
I would work cheaper for longer days.
That way you had
That
time
way I
to.
didn't lose the contract because the myth to it is this. As soon as I gain some more employees, then I'm going to shorten back the days and go back up on the price.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was just like an up and down
Yeah,
season.
you're just making it work because then it makes it sound good for them. Because if you willing to work on the price for us
hmm
while you stretching the thing out,
hmm
it's
Well,
balance, bro.
success loves
But see,
speed,
that's the mindset of somebody who's thinking ahead. Who, how can I fix this
right?
problem instead of dwelling in this
Because you got to
problem?
always remember this in entrepreneurship, the key plan is to take finances and make passive income off of finances, right?
Right,
So why lose finances when you really don't have to lose
right,
finances, right? So if I would take a short job, meaning I was underpaid for a job just to have the finances to be able to go the next day and take those finances and try to make some passive
right,
income
right.
off of those finances and make up for the underpay that I took.
That I took. Right.
And
See,
that actually
that
turned me
makes
into a
sense, bro.
monster.
See, that makes sense. See, the one thing I think that a lot of people, a lot of folks can take, man, and take this part in is to make sure that when you do run into problems, deal with your problem. So many people have this idea of running from the problem. I mean, like, and when I say running from the problem, bro, like just my circle alone, I find myself like I'm not the most financially literate, but over the last couple of years, I've grown, bro, a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So in
Mm-hmm.
my circle, I try to play that role, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, I call it just running for your problems. Like you could have started the day with 5,000 in your pocket, but you've been spending, right? But that one problem right there is you don't want to go in your pocket and count what's left of what you done already spent. And that and life is just like that, right? So
Mm-hmm.
just say you lose your workers. You got this problem with this contract.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of folks wouldn't even hit up the people that you made the contract with. It's like I got enough on my plate, and I'm uncomfortable even hitting them or reaching out to them about what I got going on or trying to
Mm-hmm.
figure out how to fix it. So they just don't hit them at all, or they
Mm-hmm.
either bail on the contract,
Right.
and not because they had to or because they wanted to, but
Right.
because they panicking and they don't know exactly
Right.
what to do.
So once again, I just related to coming from where I come from, survival mode.
Yeah.
You got to understand survival mode. And then, like I said, man, premeditation is not a bad thing if you're doing it from the heart and it's good intention, right?
Right.
So if I premeditatedly came in and done a contract with you, right, and my workers bailed on me, that doesn't mean that the mindset or premeditation of giving you satisfactory work goes out the window because they did.
Right.
And so that's why I would just sit there and survive. And then you got to understand this is right. Um, Now, was it a little bit of, I would say, character involved in those days? Yeah. Because I might have a supervisor come out and say, hey, man, where's your guys? I'm like, man, everybody's sick. You know what I'm saying, man? Look, the truck broke down. They on the interstate. They coming.
Oh,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? And before the day over with, I'm out there soaking wet. But hey,
But you
I
get
done got the job done,
Yeah.
right? You know what I'm saying? And I never really ever had lost one contract. Never. I
That's
never.
real. That's real.
So it worked out, right? Um, I would say persistence is the number one key, though, bro. Being persistent, man. Understanding what you're doing. You know, right now, I'm all about psychological sale.
Okay.
Okay. So it's mindset, emotion, pitch, sale.
Okay.
Okay. So that's what I run my businesses off of right now. Okay. And that might be something new. It might be something foreign to a lot of people, but it's something that I designed. That's a blueprint from KMK. So if you take that and implement it and
Write it
learn
down, man.
those
Need
4
some notes
steps,
today, man.
yeah,
I
it's
can't wait
gonna
to
get
clip
it.
this up. I
It's
can't
gonna
wait
get
to
it.
clip this up. I'm telling
I'm
you,
telling you.
dog. I'm telling you. But look, right. So with all the pressure and the amount of responsibility you carry, I also seen that when we was in Atlanta, that you also had your woman there, right?
Right.
So tell me, how do you guys? Because how do you guys find balance in business and in relationship, right? Because do you find yourselves not stepping on each other's toes? Like, is there a clear cut separation of who does what or how does the
All right. So I'll say this, and I'm gonna go from start to finish with this. Diamond Mosley, that's my girlfriend, Miss Dime's way. Um, Me and Diamond met basically like on a Monday, and then Thursday was in a coma, and I was DOA in a car accident from an 18-wheeler running over top of us. Right. So, thank God, 17 days
yeah, thank
later,
God.
yeah, 17 days later, I woke up and I had to get a new left lung, the top part of my heart redone, and I didn't have any rib cages or a left arm. All of it was smashed. So all of this is metal right now, and all of this is metal right now,
Crazy,
right?
bro.
Diamond came out of her coma on the 4th day, right? So long story short, both of my legs got crushed, and I did not walk all of last year. Okay, they told me I was never going to walk no more, and so Diamond was there to take care of me that whole entire process, right? So what I learned from that was that in a relationship, you have two people. You guys have to separate what one can do and what the other can do, what one is good at and what the other one is good at,
Yeah.
and put that together and make your day.
No, see,
Okay. And when you make your day like that, you go from the next day to the next day. Next thing you know, you done made a week.
that's
And once you'd have made a week, you'd have made a month,
yeah.
right? So Diamond was good. She had to cook, she had to clean, she had to give me a bath. All I did was just lay in the bed because I couldn't do anything. So she knew her job,
Held it down.
and my job was to sit there and look at everybody because I couldn't do nothing else. But even though we had two little 7-year-olds in the house, I would still give them that manly voice as if I could get out the bed and do something to them in the house when she was cooking. You know, kids gonna be
Keep
kids, right?
everything in order.
I'd be at the bed, hey, get sit down, you know, whatever the case may be, right? Woke up one night, man, had to use the bathroom like normal people do, and got out the bed and walked, and been going there since. With that being said, because of the understanding that we both learned going through the phase of me being in ICU and couldn't walk and was bed rest, for almost a year, we learned to play our part.
That's
So once we got to going, first thing I did, man, she told me she wanted a new house. I bought us a brand new house. Right. I remember I came in the house. I was like, "Look, we're going to pack up and move and buy a new house." And she was like, "Man, how you gonna buy a new house?" And I said, "I don't know, but I'm about to buy us a new house." But it was like God had told me, like, "I'm gonna get y'all a new house,"
yeah.
and I bought
It's
us a new
time.
house.
It's time.
Right. Um, from there, of course, we just learned our roles. Diamond's a great cook. She had owned the restaurant when she was 18 years old, right? So in my mind, me being me again, I was just in the house. I done started walking. I was an appliance guy then, right?
Okay.
I met Dion. Dion was trying to sell me everything in the book under the sun. I'm like, yo, this dude from Atlanta, I don't know this guy. Man, he's scamming this, that, and the third. Long story short, I took a $10,000 gamble with him, and he helped change my life, teaching me financial literacy, right?
Shout out Dion.
Shout out Dion, man. You were great, bro. You already know what it is. But yeah, did that, man, and that is what started my financial life all over again. Okay, I did have some experience because before the accident, I was buying and flipping real estate.
Okay.
Okay, so I already was a six-figure earner from
Yeah.
that, right? But of course, you know how family do us. We black. While I was in ICU, family took my money and ran everything to the
That's how it
ground.
goes.
So I had to start all over
That's how
again.
it goes.
But I got through it, man. So to hit the icing on the cake, how we leverage everything out. The first thing I did was I bought Diamond a $60,000 food truck, right?
That's
And
dope.
let her start selling food so she had her own business. So they gave her the like I wasn't the man, just the businessman.
Yeah.
She a businesswoman
She a
now.
boss.
So
Yeah.
now we kind of like in the same lane.
That's
She
cool.
wasn't making the money I was making, but she had her own business,
Something to hold.
right?
Yeah, it's called a
And
home.
then the money that I'm bringing in, it's all love. You pay, you know what I'm saying? So we managed it like that. Well, what I did was, man, I sat back and I watched her and she was doing good. So I was like, you know what? I'm about to boss her up some more. So I went and bought her a restaurant. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right, man.
So
That's
now,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Like she corporate Miss Dine's way
Yeah.
because she's running two businesses, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that helped balances out some more because now it ain't just me coming back like, yo, I made 50K this month. You know what I'm saying? She can sit down
Yeah. I made
and
that.
and not be like, I made 2 grand, but she can
Yeah.
be like, yo, I made 10 or 15,000 or 12,000 this month, which is a
Yeah.
number. You
That's
know what I'm
real
saying?
money, bro.
It's real
That's
money. She
real
know I'm
money.
bossing the jump,
Shout
but
out to her.
yeah, shout out to Dimes, I love you, babe. But she knows that hey, like I'm bringing in money too. So when we push the businesses to the side, right, we still both can breathe in the house because like it's just a relaxing mode. You know what I'm saying? Like we shop, we go out of town. I still pay for her hair and her nails and stuff like that,
Just answer my
just to
question
keep
without me
her,
asking it. That's
yeah,
crazy.
just keep her like feeling feminine
Yeah.
and feeling protected by her man.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? So I do that as well. And we just schedule it out, man. Monday through Friday, we both know that we got to grind. You know what I'm saying? My office is right there, where the restaurant is. But at first it wasn't like that, so we did have a separation
Yeah.
right throughout the day, which that kind of helps because you don't want to be around your other half all day long. It can get kind of boring somewhere, right?
Right. Right. Right.
But I just keep it in mind, man. It's a part of life. Like this is still my woman, so I gotta cherish her. I gotta bring her flowers, and I don't buy like 12 flowers. I buy them by the hundreds. You know what I'm saying?
Comfortable with the bouquet.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
come with 100 on them
Yeah.
and just be like, here you go.
Papa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just make her
Yeah.
feel
That's all
like her
right,
man is
bro.
still
That's
there,
all right.
man. You know what I'm
That's all
saying?
right, dog.
And it work out. You know what I'm saying? Now we could get rid of them 2 7-year-olds that be running around wearing us to death. No, I ain't figured that out yet. I ain't figured that
I'm
out.
telling
But
you, bro. But
yeah.
when you in that mode, right? How hard is it to go? Like, do you ever have to find yourself going, let me get out of business mode and let me step back into family man? Like, because it's so easy to get. I ain't gonna say that. How can I say this? Like, I don't. The God is the most important thing to me, but I also understand how much time I put into financially trying to chase money throughout the day, right?
Right.
And sometimes I be going through this personally where it's like I be trying to, it's hard to cut that click off for me. Where it's like, how do I go from business to say business mode to relationship mode? And it's like, because I can go, when I say with the business, I can go to sleep with money on my mind. I could wake up with money on my mind. I could have went to sleep talking to somebody about business, and I can wake up doing the same thing.
That's
And,
probably
and
like one of my hardest things that I struggle with right now. Um, I don't know if I got the great answer for that because I struggle with that right
that's
now
my struggle right there.
because I own 5 businesses,
Right.
right? And so I have a rental car business with 31 cars. And if something goes wrong in the middle of the night, I want my client
To know
that's
that,
operating that vehicle to contact me and let me know what's going on.
right.
Now, whether I actually get up and answer the phone that time of the night, that's another thing. Because in the beginning, yeah, now I'm bossed up where if you didn't wreck the car, I don't even care. Just call me tomorrow, let me know you wrecked the car, and we'll figure out what I got to do.
Yeah.
Right. So I would say to answer your question, you have to be able to manage it. You know, you got to have a red flag somewhere, right? So what I have been practicing, and I mean practicing because I can't sit here and say this is like I can tell you about credit and what exactly they do. I ain't 100% positive on this because I'm practicing it.
Yeah.
But what I do is when I walk through the door after 5 p.m., there is no more working. Like I'm daddy to my girl, I'm daddy to my kids. I'm putting my Crocs on or my slippers, right? I'm taking off the jewelry, the clothes, the suits or whatever, and I'm just a regular person.
Just locking in with them.
Yeah, I just be
That's
regular.
real. That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody may not be like in my lane when it comes to maybe the finances right now. But I kind of I'm a problem solver, right? So I made it so that like all of my even my kids, they have a business, right? My girl has a business and I have a business, and so everybody has funds, right? Everybody have their own credit cards, so it keeps a lot of stress off of me being the head of the house, of having to deal with things. They know that they can go out and do things on their own, and even though my kids are like 7 years old, they knowledgeable as heck, man. Can't tie their shoe, but can tell you about Gucci, Louis Vuitton, which cartoon is the best,
I want some
right?
Louis shoes. I want those.
You know,
Like, what the
we got to pay rent. They know what a mortgage is.
But
Um,
but I mean, like, it just to today's time is just it's different though, especially like with the crowd I'm around now. Like, I grew up, I grew up rough. I'm from Huntersville. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Norfolk.
mhm,
I grew up rough. I've been through a lot,
mhm,
and I can see certain things in certain people, and I go like, hey yo, even even some of the stuff that I'm dealing with now, I see people and I go, damn, they really got a good thing going or a good business plan or a good idea, but financially, when things get tight,
mhm,
heads burn. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying?
Right,
People,
right.
people, and it's like it's hard to get. It's hard to find the advice to say because I always find myself like, because people ask me the same way I ask somebody else. You know what I'm saying? What you think I should do? And it's just like, bro, that balance to me, I was like, and I don't know if it's true or not
Mhm.
because I don't want to make money the most important thing at all. But
Correct.
sometimes I be feeling like, man, with the more money, the less stress I got to put on everything else because
Nah,
I can value my
I
time differently
can
in a sense.
definitely.
You know what I
All
mean?
right, so there's two things, right? All right, so you have, and this is what I believe in. I believe in not trading my time for money, but money
Right.
for time.
Right.
Right? That's what I believe in.
Right.
Okay. Um, money isn't everything.
Right.
And what I can tell you is the same way I tell you, like when I walk through that door and I just take everything off, right? That's like the money. Taking off the look, the image, and everything, right? Money can't replace your heart.
For sure.
Money can't replace your
That's a fact.
life,
That's a fact.
right? So if you put in money first, you're gonna lose.
That's a fact.
You're gonna lose. It's God, family, and then marketing.
That's real.
That's what
That's
we
real.
we thrive on. That's what we live on. That's DTD. That's just what it is. Those are the fundamentals, right? Honestly, y'all, to be straight up with you, man, coming from the hood to where I'm at now, at first you'd be like, I want to be rich. I want to be rich. I want to be a millionaire. I want to be this. I want to be that. But when you get to that status, it's like it really don't matter. You feel what I'm saying?
I kind of get
Like,
it.
you see what I'm driving? I'm driving a
Yeah, no,
Honda.
I kind of get
It's
it.
a new
Like,
Honda, but it's a Honda,
it's just
right? You can catch me in, man, shit. I got a like an old little Ford. It's clean,
yeah,
but I like that, right?
yeah.
Now I got new cars. We
Yeah, for
got the
sure.
big new cars, right? But what I found was it's better to be yourself in life and be calm than to worry about money all the time and trying to figure out how to get some more money. In other words, when you really understand how to get money, money comes to you.
Right.
So you don't got to
makes
worry
sense.
about
That
it.
makes
If
sense.
you smart enough,
That makes sense.
right,
That was a
you'll
jewel.
you'll have money coming to you.
That was a jewel. You hit me with
So
that one.
you know what I'm
That's real.
saying?
No, that's
Like
real,
my
bro.
phone rings from the time I wake up
That's
to
real.
the time I go to sleep with people trying to give me their money.
See, that's real. That's real, bro. And uh, cause I try to meet people, you know, where they at sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it's like a balanced head is always what I try to tell somebody to have. But I also know what it's like growing up in the trenches. And I know, you know, sometimes when the bills due and things, sometimes you gotta go get a job. I ain't gonna
Mm-hmm.
lie, sometimes you gotta go get a job.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what I mean?
If you
Like,
don't have the
yeah,
mindset
like,
for to be an entrepreneur, there's
yeah,
nothing with
like,
wrong
yeah,
with
there's
working a
nothing
9
wrong
to
working.
5.
Yeah, because you
You
gotta
know,
work. You like, there's gonna
it's
be work regardless.
yeah, it's
Like,
all about who you want to be. In this world, you're gonna have consumers, and then you're gonna have non-consumers, which are the
right,
entrepreneurs, right? You're gonna have bosses, and then you're gonna have leaders, right? And you're gonna have workers, right? So somebody got to be the boss, which is
yeah,
gonna control the leader,
right,
and the leader is gonna control the worker,
right,
right? So you just need to figure out and look yourself in the mirror and say, which one of those
right.
phases am I gonna be in?
And some people do each one separately better than the other, and
Right,
that's okay.
right.
That is perfectly
Mm-hmm.
okay. I've come to a space now where I've dealt uh with different women in my life, and I would always kind of like have an issue with them not wanting to do something outside
Mm-hmm.
of just being a businesswoman
Mm-hmm.
until you start valuing like, hey, if they grow there, they can make somebody else value.
Mm-hmm.
They'll make good money. It's that's their life. That's what they
I be,
choose. Because I'm like, everybody can't have a good business
right.
without a set of good workers and a set of amazing.
I believe
You know,
in as far as when it comes to your woman in the house, um, you have to pour into your woman just as much as you pour into yourself,
right,
right? Um, but guess what? You got to make sure that you're being poured into as well. Okay.
right,
So for me, I didn't look for or sit around and wait for people to pour into me. I went and found people that want to pour into people and let those type of people pour into me.
That's real.
So that's really the conversion of who you hang around is what you become,
That's real.
right?
That's real.
So honestly, bro, just to let the you know the cat out the bag, what I done was I found about 8 multimillionaires, right? Which was Dion, Bandman Kevo, Darius,
Yeah,
Smitty the Goat,
yeah.
and I can
Smitty
go
and
on and
all
on,
that.
right?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
found all of those guys that
yeah.
were multimillionaires, right? And I made them my friends online.
That's real.
And
That's real.
so every day, normally, like when I would go hang with my homeboys, or I might call my homeboys, instead of doing that, I cut everybody off. I was already asking you anyway, so it didn't matter. It ain't like they really cared to come see me,
No, that's
right?
real.
But when I wanted fellowship or brotherhood or friendship, if my mindset there, I would go log online and look at all their posts, look at their YouTube videos, and just let them talk to me just like my homeboy would talk to me.
That's real.
And then when I wanted to talk back, I would just keep messaging them and saying stuff on their posts until all of a sudden, like they like any human being. I thought with the mindset and emotional, they started responding back. Because I don't care who you are, how much money you got. If somebody starts tapping with your emotions, you're gonna talk,
Yeah, for sure.
right?
That's real.
So that's what I done. I
That's real.
psychologically kind of made them start communicating with me and built some kind of relationship as a
That's real.
friendship. And even though it was online, you can't trust people that you see every day that's right here with you. So it didn't
That's a
care
fact.
about me trusting
That's a
them.
fact.
They
That's a
was my
fact.
friends. because
I'm
they,
telling you.
you don't ever know what your friends do to you
I'm
or
telling
what
you.
they into. And it
Telling
was the
you.
same thing with these people online. So I was cool with that. But what was the perceived outcome of it was this: if I hung around all millionaires and made them my friends, which these was my imaginary online friends, right? What you hang around is what you become.
That's real. That's
And I'm
real.
18 months in it. That's all I got to say.
That's
I'm
real, man.
18 months in a change in my
That's
circle
real.
and hanging around
That's
all
real. Yeah, I hear
multimillionaires.
that.
And this is where I'm at right
Hey,
now in
look,
life.
these was jewels, man. Hey, look, these was jewels today,
Like,
dog. We sat down for a little bit, man, and I wanted to really take this time to just highlight who you are as a person, bro. Because I knew off the rip when I first met you, I knew that. All right, this is a valuable person. Let me get his number.
thank
Let
you.
me lock in with him,
Thank
bro.
you,
I
man.
can feel that. You know what I'm saying? You can
Thank you.
always feel somebody's energy, man. So in the room, I was like, bro, I gotta click in with him. I didn't want to be a fiend, so I was like, I'm gonna give him some time. I'm like,
No, you
I
good,
don't want to
man. You
see. I don't want to
good.
make him feel like I'm just
You're
eager.
good.
But honestly, bro, I appreciate you for coming on.
Mm-hmm.
I do want you to go ahead and like before we break this down, I want you to go ahead and tell people where can they find you at if they looking for any business because you got a lot of it. If they want to talk to you about anything in general, where can they find you? We gonna throw all your links on there.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure that we take an opportunity and highlight the fact because I'm also doing a before I do that last part. I'm also doing a little post
Okay.
where I've been putting together a little idea for all my little black entrepreneurs within the area, right?
Okay.
They don't get enough pat on the back, bro. Like
Okay.
the only time you ever see something about the black businesses within the area is on like Facebook and it's some drama. And it's always something crazy behind
Absolutely.
it. Or it's like you don't talk about Ziggy's until it's a problem.
Yeah, when they jumping all
You
over
know
the
what I'm saying?
tables and
Like you get
stuff.
what I'm saying?
Right. But
So
before
it's
that,
like
like
yeah,
he
you
grind
get
that
what I'm
up.
saying? So it's like,
You
bro,
know.
he's like just at the end of the day, it's it's an opportunity for us to just sit back and honor those, who putting in the work, bro. Like we all grinding, we all got somewhere we trying to get to.
Right.
And for me, like I say, bro, I'm glad I'm figuring it out now because I'm leaving out of my 20s and I'm gonna go into my 30s with a way different mindset than what it was
Right.
coming
Right.
up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I've
Right.
been through a lot, bro. But once again, bro, I want you to let everybody know where can they find you at, man, when they trying to get up with you. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook,
All right.
Google.
I'm Cam Cameron. That's KAMKAMERON on Facebook. Cam Cameron.12 on Instagram. Cam Cameron on TikTok. Right.
Boom.
757-819-8282. 757-819-8282. Just dial that number, man. Guaranteed to get you an answer or a text, right?
Sir.
It may be sometime behind after you call, but I will be able to reach back out to you, man. I got 153 employees. I'm still answering the phone. Like that's just how
Yes,
regular I
sir.
am.
Yes, sir. A
I'm
real
just
one,
down. I'm
man.
just down to earth.
A real
I
one,
offer
dude.
mentorship. If you guys want to learn how to wholesale houses, if you want to learn how to fix and flip houses, if you want to start your own private rental car business, if you want to learn how to do credit and funding, I offer mentorship for that. Airbnbs, if you want to learn how to do that, I offer walkthrough mentorship. And what I mean walkthrough mentorship is I actually grab your hand. I don't just teach it to you or give you an ebook and you gone, but I actually hold your hand and help you find the properties or whatever the mentorship is all about. I walk you through it hand to hand as if it was me, right? And that way I know you become successful.
That's real. That's
Okay.
real. That's real.
Um,
Everybody not doing that.
no, they not,
I
man.
want to let you know that right now, y'all. I've been spending money. Everybody not doing that. And mentorship is valuable, but
Right.
understand what he offering, man. Hey, listen, man. That's a steal, dude, man.
Right.
It take a driven person to go chase after the knowledge and to get around the people that you need to be around, bro. One thing I want to leave y'all with is just to get in them rooms, get around these guys, get around,
Right.
bro. Come holler at us and have a conversation, man. It's all money talk over here. It's all marketing talk. Like you said,
Absolutely.
God, family, and marketing.
Absolutely.
I like that, bro.
Yeah, man.
I got to steal that for you,
Yeah,
brother.
that's
I'm put a
good,
little
man.
spin
That's
on it, but
cool,
I like
man.
that. I'm gonna make sure I always tag you when I use it.
I also have classes, webinars every other week online. So you just hop on Facebook and you'll be able to get the actual link to the webinar. And I also do in-person webinars every other week. So if you really just want to learn, you can follow me and come and see me every week and get some of this kind of communication, this talk.
That's
Like I
real.
said, man, if you just can't figure anything out, 757-819-8282.
We're gonna pin
I'm
that right
guaranteed
down.
to answer and text you guys back, man, and help you guys out, man. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, man.
I give away a lot of free stuff. I do sell stuff. I do got mentorship packages, right? But I also give away a lot of free stuff. So this ain't a, you gotta come with money type of thing. For some education and some of my time. Like I said, I do sell packages, but I give out a lot of information, man. A lot of you guys that are out here that don't know how to get out the streets or don't know how to get your gun rights back for being a felon. Some of you young ladies that have been evicted and can't get a new place because the evictions are on your record. Like, I help you get that information for free and actually like get it done. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's real. That's actually, bro. You valuable, bro.
Yeah, man.
And
I think
honestly,
so.
bro, I wish I met you sooner, bro. Like
But I'm gonna
honestly,
still
bro,
help
you
you
know
though,
what I'm
bro.
saying? Like, I wish
Like
I
we
would have met you
still
sooner.
gonna
No, we gonna lock
we
in. We
gonna rock
lock
out.
in,
Yeah, we
man.
gonna rock out.
I'm glad I took the trip down there because I missed the first one,
Hmm.
and I only missed it because I had an attitude. Just keeping it in the band with you, like caught an attitude the night before. It was like boom,
Hmm.
I got mad about something. I was like, I ain't going.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wish I wouldn't have did that. But when I went down there and locked in,
Hmm.
I was like, I didn't even think it was gonna be nobody
Hmm.
from Virginia. You know what
Yeah, I
I'm
thought the
saying?
same thing because I go to a
And
lot of them because I'm in the inner circle,
yeah, I
right?
mean, like
And
I'm down there a lot, so you
I'm just
know.
like, yo, somebody was here from Virginia, and I'm just like, look, I gotta
Yeah,
lock in
bro.
with him, right?
Yeah.
Um,
I could
an-
hear it. I was like, bro, he said I could hear it. I'm like, you know when somebody talk, and you know, I was like, oh yeah, he really from the
yeah,
crib. I was
and
like,
it's
yeah.
like,
I was like,
another
yeah.
thing that I'm really, really good at, man, is I'm excellent at problem solving. So I really can take your problem and figure it out for you, right?
Real.
And I'm good at helping people become successful. Like, I don't
Real.
care what business you in. If you bring me your business and tell me how you operate your business, I'll be able to give you a blueprint for your business to start making money. If it's not making money, before you throw your business in the trash, and I want y'all to listen to me, before you say the heck with it and walk away from your business, dial 757-819-8282
Dial that
and let
number.
me know what's going on with your business, what your problem is, where you feel like you're failing at, and I'll be able to give you a blueprint so that that business will not fail. I can't say it's going to make a whole bunch of money like some of my businesses do. Then again, it just may, right? But it'll keep you from losing the business.
I'm telling you.
Because I have a 3-step formula that I follow, right? That's borrow the money after we fix your credit, open up the business, and then make just enough money to pay back the smallest amount on the credit.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
That's called survival.
Right.
That means you are a business owner that's surviving,
Right.
right? So if a lot of businesses understood those 3 things right there, they would never fail. Because people think automatically when they start a business that they're automatically supposed to make money, right? That's not the truth. How you start a business is you start a business first for the business just to stay and be a business.
That's real.
Then once you understand that, look, I got it down pat. I ain't gonna lose the business. I got it where it's just gonna be my business. I own it, right?
The consistency.
Then you free yourself away from it so that you can start being creative with it to make more money and put that in your pocket and become passive. Now you got a lucrative business.
That's real.
And people don't understand that. Most people go into business thinking that when I start this business is going to make money. That's the wrong mindset. Go into the business with the first mindset that, hey, I just want to get the business built, started, and just have it there.
And then we figure out how to expand it.
We'll figure out how to get it to make some money later.
Yeah.
You got to control it first, because if you don't control something, even if it start making money, you're going to be out here out of control with the money.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
When you build something, right, you got to have a foundation first. And then you grow. It's the same thing like when you build a house. What's the first thing they do? They pour a slab.
That's a fact.
They build a foundation. Then they build a house up. You don't never see them build a house from the top to bottom.
No.
They build it from the bottom to the top. That's the only way you see a house built, right?
Only way.
So that's how you build your business. You start and pour the foundation. You start the business and don't allow the business to make no money. You just allow the business to be a business.
Yeah.
Right? And then once you understand that and you master that, then you got the strength and the comfortability, like you was talking about, how it seems like I'm just so strong and confident. You know why I'm strong and confident? Because I know I ain't gonna lose it.
For sure.
Because I already built the foundation. And that's why I'm Cam K Enterprise.
That's real.
Just
bro.
keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Right? I don't care what business I start. You're not going to hear I lost it. It's always going to be there. When I started, it's going to be there. Because before I wanted to make any money, I wanted to be there and be solid. I want that foundation there. And then on the flip side, you know, we borrowing the money from the bank. It's OPM. So at the end of the day, like, how can you use somebody else's money and go build something and not build it right? That's just backwards. If you borrow the money, borrow enough money so you can build it right. That way you don't lose it. And I got some tricks too, because I can teach y'all how to get that money and start the business where the business is yours. So even if you don't pay that money back, you still got that business.
Telling you, bro. Hey, bro, listen, bro. We gonna talk. We got to have some real life conversations, bro. I'm just glad that we finally locked in. You know
Absolutely,
what I'm saying? I got
man.
to sit down with you, bro. I really got to
Absolutely.
pick your brain, bro. Like we gonna
I'm for
talk,
it.
bro. I'm
I'm
glad
all
I
for
got
it.
somebody from the crib, man. Y'all know I be back and forth in Atlanta a lot, man. I'm also still looking for other entrepreneurs in both Atlanta and in Virginia, man, because you know I'm back and forth a lot. So if y'all want to sit down and politic with me, let's do that, man. But hey, look, man, we here for another episode of a good episode of First Class or No Class podcast, man.
Absolutely,
and that right
man.
there, man. Hey, look, I appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you asking me out,
hey,
man.
We out, y'all. Boom.
All right.